5 spot, I have to go with Call the Dead. Now, on my top 5 worst zombie bosses, uh, I had George Romero at number 2. So yeah, I mean, Call the Dead is a really good map, but the only problem with it, like I said, George Romero, he's like a problem. But there are some ways to kind of deal with him, and I can kind of deal with them on there when I play with like my friends and stuff. He's not too much of a pain, but he kind of is. But and the fact that there's 4 new characters on that map, I really do enjoy the characters that are on that map. I really don't. I forget their names off the top of my head, but the original 4 is in this map some way. If you do the Easter egg, you'll be able to hear them and interact with them. You're wanting Rick Toffin is stuck in the teleporter and he wants you to send him to Shangri-La, but in order to go to Shangri-La, he needs the the golden rod. So in the Easter egg, you have to give him the golden rod and stuff like that. But Call of the Dead, every time I get back on Black Ops 1, Call of the Dead is one of those maps like, man, I have to play it. And this is why it comes in at the number 5 spot. On into the number 4 slot, I had to go with not Call of the Dead, but Mob of the Dead. Now, Mob of the Dead is or AKA Alcatraz, is a prison that was used way back in the day. And I believe it's in San Francisco. And the 4 new characters on it, again, there's 4 new characters on this map as well. They are amazing. This map could have been higher on the list if it wasn't for some of the maps, but this map is so good. I just enjoy this every time I play Black Ops 2, just like Call of the Dead. I have to play Mob of the Dead. Mob of the Dead is probably the second best map on not Call of the Dead, Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Maybe the first, just depending on what you like between Origins and Mob of the Dead. It can be number 1, but this map I had to put at the number 4 spot just because that the other maps in my opinion are better, but this easily could have been a number 1 slot for any top 5 list. And I'm pretty sure if you go around and ask any YouTuber, they will say they love this map. This map had so many new introductions to zombies with the tomahawk, that spork, and the blundergat was really amazing, and just the whole story of Mob of the Dead was really good. And I really do like how they based it on the real life Mob of the not Mob of the Dead, the real life Alcatraz, where the prisoners actually tried to escape, and they really did base it off of real life events. So yeah, Mob of the Dead coming in at the number 4 slot. In at the number 3 slot, I had to pick none other than Der Riese. Now Der Riese is like basically the home of zombies. Without Der Riese, like, if you have not played Der Riese, you want to go back and play this map because this map was a classic. That's why they're remaking it in Black Ops 3. I can remember one of the first times I ever played Der Riese. It was back a long time ago when War was out. I was at my friend's house, and he just showed me how the best camping spot was on top of the catwalk or whatever. And we would used to just we'd go to like round 30 or so and think we were like one of the best zombie players ever. But anyway, Der Riese introduced a lot of new things to zombies at the time in War. It introduced a new Pack-a-Punch. It introduced a new ability to teleport, and it I think drops were always on there, but the new upgrading system and teleporting. And it was just an amazing map altogether. I enjoyed Der Riese. I can go back and play it and still as much fun as I would if I were to play it now. Der Riese is a classic, always going to be here. And if, like I said, it could be possible number 1, and in my mind, it could, yes, possibly be a number 1, just for all the memories that I had on it, all the times that I camped on the catwalk or trained around with the PPSH. And the PPSH on that map is a must. You have to get the PPSH. That gun is amazing, possibly one of the best guns in zombies. Yeah, best gun in zombies hands down. Der Riese hopped in the number 3 spot again. Could be another one. Could be a number 1 slot, but it is at the number 3 spot. Now coming in at the number 2 spot. Now number 2 and number 1, I had to debate whether which was the case, but coming in at the number 2 spot, I had to go with Moon. Now, most of you people thinking maybe that I'm kind of crazy for picking Moon, but hear me out on this one. Moon is one of my favorite maps in zombies of all time. Probably second favorite map. Now, Moon, back in the day when I played Moon, I used to try to go for the Easter egg so much and fail. I would get on every day and fail and fail and fail doing the Easter egg. And when I first finally completed the Easter egg, it felt so good to finally to complete that Easter egg. And the reward for it is amazing. To get all perks and zombies, I mean, who doesn't want that? Moon is just amazing. The wonder weapon in it is probably my favorite wonder weapon in all of zombies. The wonder weapon, if you guys don't know, it's the wave gun. It basically when you shoot them, the zombies it's a microwave effect, and they get big and then they just explode, and it just kills them like instantly. Now, Moon, you guys may not like it. Most of the zombies community does not like Moon, and I don't see why, because Moon, in my opinion, is one of the best maps. But that's your guys' opinion. Moon coming in at the number 2 spot, my opinion, and we're leaving it at that. Now, before we head on to number 1, I wanted to do some honorable mentions that did not make the top 5. And first, I'm going to start off with Shadow of Evil. Now, nobody knows how good this map is. Now, if I would have seen some gameplay on it, this possibly could have been on the list. But Shadow of Evil is the new Black Ops 3 map. I'm just going to throw it in there as an honorable mention. And I want to throw one more honorable mention in there. I want to throw Ascension in there. That was close to making the list. So, yeah, them two are the honorable mentions of this video. I just wanted to throw them in there. But coming in at number 1 on my list, I don't know if you guys could have guessed it or not, but I got to go with Origins from Black Ops 2 Zombies. Now, Origins is probably one of my most played maps along with Moon. Origins, I played every day when it first came out. Origin, it was just such a good map. When, again, it was kind of like Moon. It kind of had the same feeling in Moon. I kept trying to do the Easter egg and doing it, and I keep failing and failing, and it just made me want to keep doing it more and more and more. And when I seen that cutscene, I didn't know how I reacted to it, because it was just to figure out that the whole zombie storyline was, at the time, it was all a game. I was like, it didn't seem real to me. Just thinking all the time I've been playing zombie, it's been a child's game. And I was just sitting there looking at the cutscene with my friends like, really? That's how they ended it? But in Black Ops 3, I think they're going to take the storyline in new places. But yeah, Origins, it has, again, it's sort of like Mob of the Dead. It does have some new things into it, like the shovel where you can dig up stuff. You can get the golden shovel and get all your 9 perks. I mean, that's not too hard. I usually do it almost every game. And the staffs in it, I really do enjoy the staffs that are in it. The ice staff is one of my favorite, but yeah, Origins, they did right with that map, I can say that, and this is why it's at the number 1 spot. Now, if you guys did enjoy this top 5 favorite maps, let me know down in the comment section, and again, tell me your guys' top 5 down below. I'll be happy to see your guys' top 5, and again, just don't be upset. This is my top 5. If you don't agree with me, just comment down below what your top 5 is. I'll be happy to see it. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Deuces.
They what I want. They what I want. They what I want. They what I want. They what I want.